make a difference.
Okay.
So that's great.
And you know, women have a whole set of areas about, you know, when they want to have children and that kind of thing. And so how do you handle questions about, you know, your future plans? Are you going to be around? That's what they want to know. Are you going to be around?
Oh, they put you on the spot.
They put you on the spot, but here's the thing. Be truthful and be tactful. The employer is going to find out one way or the other if you are going to have kids or have kids. So be truthful about it. But what I advocate is attach your personal attribute, kids or having kids, to a result that you can create. So for example, if you have small kids at home, you actually also know how to be a great multitasker and to be very organized.
So use it to your advantage.
So use it to your advantage.
But you know,
Exactly.
here's one thing. I actually had a friend who was about like 3-4 months pregnant,
Sure.
wasn't showing yet, was interviewing. You know, great candidate, but
Sure.
was too scared to say, hey, I'm expecting, because, okay, by the time you hire me, you train me, I'm out the door for 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, because that could work against, no matter what you say about the laws and where they are, you know, and laws have been created to protect women and
That's
maternity
right.
leave and things like that.
That's
You
right.
know as well as I do, it doesn't work that way when you're hiring.
It doesn't, but you can use it to your advantage, and here's how. Many companies have great policies around their support of women in their careers. And you can say one of the reasons I'm here today as a candidate is because of your company's support of women in their careers. And I'm looking forward to interviewing for this job and to getting that role. So
Kind of turn the tables on them and be like, I know you wouldn't do this to me.
I know you wouldn't do this to me. Exactly. Be proactive.
I like that. That's really a good technique there.
Flip
okay,
it.
what happens when you walk in the room and, you know, are they sizing you up looks-wise? I mean, how much
Yes.
do looks factor into the hiring process?
Absolutely. Your personal appearance is one of your strongest attributes that actually either support you getting a job or may take the job away from you. So use your personal appearance to show that you are capable, that you have quality, and that you have respect for attention to detail. But the reality is some people walk into rooms and their personal appearance, maybe it's or maybe it's they have a scar because they were just in an accident. Do not hide the truth. So that what I tell people is if you have, if you are overweight but you're looking for a job, talk about your weight. And say that, you know, I've been in the gym, I've been exercising, and because of that, I've been learning the skill around work ethic, and it's really going to help me as I look for new roles. So use it to your advantage.
Gotcha. What about this?
Yes.
A lot of people have been there. You're the day of your interview, you pad your schedule, try to get there for
Yes.
traffic and
Yes.
parking, all that good stuff. You think you're good, you know, and it's like first day of school kind of jitters. And then something happens. Flat tire,
Yeah.
more traffic than expected, car accident. And you have to call them. I mean, talk about a bad first kind of impression. How do you go around that?
So if you make a bad first impression, follow up with a great second impression. So call ahead, but also when you call, actually call and give 3 details about yourself that still make you a great candidate. The fact is, I suffered through this flat tire to get here. I'm going to be late. But one of the things I learned in doing this is being resourceful. So I called you, I called your assistant, I called your boss, I called everyone else, and they all know the situation that is at hand. And one of the biggest skills that you bring to the job is being resourceful. So again, use it to your advantage, even irrespective of the circumstance.
So they like to know how you're going to handle something that may be unexpected.
Because it's a live case study.
Right.
It's a live case
It's
study.
going to happen. It
Yeah.
happens
It's
to
gonna
everybody.
happen. That's
So,
right.
so when does the actual interview begin? I mean, is it like when you're still at home and you're on the phone with them, or is it when you first walk in the building? Or?
The actual interview begins when you know that you are been assigned to the interview. Like for example, I once sent a box of cookies to the interviewer before the interview.
Nice touch.
So when I got to the interview, out of the 15 candidates that they had, who do they remember? The guy who brought the cookies.
The cookie man.
And then, by the way, if you have great skills, then you can tell a story. So it's all about making yourself memorable. Don't wait for the link to happen. Make it happen.
This is a hard one.
Yes.
A lot of people like to hide it on their resumes and just say, you know, I was there from here to here, but it's
Right.
always brought up. Why did you leave your last job?
Sure.
What if you were fired? How
yeah.
do you handle that?
It's one of the toughest questions that people deal with interviews. One of the things I always tell people is if you were fired, tell people the reason why you left the job, but the specific skills that you learned that are going to make you a great candidate for the new job. We are in an age where people are getting laid off, people who have great skills and great credentials, and many jobs have been discontinued because of the recession. So it is not, the stigma around being fired is going away.
It isn't how it used to be.
It isn't how it used to be. So tell people what you learned, tell people the value that you add, and go for that job, even if you got fired. So I say be truthful, but be tactful.
Yeah, because they're going to find out.
Yeah,
They're gonna find
people
out.
like the
Another.
truth. They
People
want,
like
they
the
want to
truth.
know what the truth is.
People,
Yeah.
and you don't want to start off without telling the truth because they find out anyway. We're in the age of Google and you can just do anything. So
It's all out
it's
there,
all
right
out there.
there.
It's all out
there. Have you ever had a bad interview?
No.
Come on.
I haven't,
truthful.
but you know
Back
why?
in the
Because
day.
even the worst interview I've learned from. So when I go into an interview experience, I always think about what is it that I'm going to contribute, what are they going to walk away with, and how can I leave them with a memorable impression. And that's what's important, memorable impressions.
All right, so after the interview, you have to follow up, right?
Yes, you do.
More cookies.
More cookies, more cookies, but also I think
Step it up, bring on the brownies.
Within 24 to 48 hours, you should send some type of communication. A lot of people say, what do you do? Do you send an email? Do you send snail mail? I say in this age of electronic communications, send an email within 24 to 48 hours, because if you are that great candidate, they're going to forward your email to some other people. And now other people around the office are going to know about you. Many people they work from home, they work remotely, they may not even get their snail mail. They may not even open their snail mail. So send an email within 24 to 48 hours after the interview.
It's quick, it's there.
It's
Kaplan,
quick, it's
thanks
there.
for coming in. I'm going to hold your book up right
Sure,
here.
thank you.
Yes, the 10 Ks of personal branding right here.
That's right.
Go get it.
That's right.
Everybody's looking for jobs. This would be very
Yes, it
helpful.
is.
Thanks,
Yes, it is.
Kaplan.
You can
Thank you,
do it.
Kaplan.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.